What's up, guys, and welcome back for another solo mining episode. Now, we're going to be talking about PI today. It's kind of like what encompasses like pretty much everything we're doing nowadays, but PI changes for the new patch notes and stuff like that. I was kind of messing around with it yesterday a little bit. It makes it so much easier too, like the reset buttons and things. None of mine need to be reset right now, but we will kind of go over some of the changes I made to my PI setup and kind of walk you through some of the changes that were made with PI. And my templates are still being updated. I will actually be updating my templates after I upload this video, just updating that file. I made some changes to our coolant planet, so kind of walk you through what we got going on right now. So in the process planet, it's still the same formation, but like I said, this last row has been changed to enriched uranium. And what's nice now is we can very easily change this setup very quickly too. So if we actually go in here, we can shift click and select all of these. That's how I changed these. You can shift click and then right click here, and we can install different schematics, and it'll automatically keep the same route that we had for the previous schematic. So we can, on the fly, just kind of adapt this process planet as we need it. Now, we only work with one character intentionally, but I can definitely see how the changes like templates and multi-select and the restart button, all that stuff would really work out to your benefit if you were using multiple characters. And it actually kind of makes me think about actually adding more characters because of those quality of life changes. Now, I can't really show you the restart button because in order for it to work, like our extractors have to reach their end of cycle. But essentially up here to the far right on each of the planet columns, there'll be a button here, and you'll only be able to restart one at a time. It takes like a few seconds, but it'll show like a circle with the arrow at the end, and you'll be able to come in here from this window and just click it, and it'll automatically restart your extractors. And you don't have to actually go and view the planet or doing the weird, crazy stuff. So while you're doing anything else in station or kind of getting your day kind of started, you can just go down and click, 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 and get them all kind of restarted. Tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll let these kind of expire just so we can illustrate that a little bit. But it's not very complicated. It's very easy. It just takes a little bit of time for each one to get done. I think it was like 10 seconds or so in order before you could hit like the next button or whatever. But yes, like I said, if you were running multiple characters, even 2 or even more, like something crazy like I used to do, like 16 characters, all of these quality of life changes are going to just be like a game changer. I mean, back then it would take us a while to like go to every single character. We'd have to go to every character, go to each planet view, zoom down, go into the extractor, open up the extraction window, hit start, do all that stuff for 6 planets times 16 characters. Whereas now we could just open up every client, and every client we can go click the first restart button and then swap, click, 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 click. It would just be super easy. So it makes doing PI a lot more approachable, I believe. Now, I haven't actually dumped any P1 into this planet since I changed it over. I've been kind of going to the process of just kind of dumping P1 once a week into here because this planet kind of blitzes through all that stuff. But at some point today, I'll probably go in, pick up everything, drop it in here. And at least what's nice though is being able to change these factories without actually having the resource here in the launch pad. That means that I can get those routes completely done. It's all set up, ready to go without actually having to preload the P1 in there to get it done. So right now, in terms of like doing everything for PI, we've got the first 2 rows up here doing mechanical parts. Half of these will go towards making the robotics. The other half will always give us an overflow. These middle 4 are what's doing robotics. We might actually drop these down to just 2 when we start getting kind of a stockpile, depending on what we need, whether or not we need more enriched uranium or not. We might change those over to enriched uranium. These this row right here is consumer electronics, which just marries up to one of this row of mechanical parts. And then the last row we have here, like I said, for enriched uranium. Once all that stuff pops out, and we're good to go. These other planets have not changed a whole lot. Some of these like this one is running a lot more factories than the other ones. So one of my big things today is I'm probably actually going to add some factories to this and everything. I haven't been moving these around, chasing like the resources too much, only because it's just I'm getting what I need for the factories that I have on here. We're not trying to go for crazy volume. We're trying to just, have some stable income for just having the 6 planets, which is great. But I think maybe like if you want to move your whole setup around once a week or so, then that's perfectly fine. Because with the templates and everything, it makes it super easy. Now, the last episode, we actually set up this coolant planet, which this is going to hot swap in with our oxygen, right? Now, with the new multi-select and the way that like changing schematics works, we might be able to actually adjust this to where we can just come in here and select all these and change them to oxygen, and then change these to you can't really multi-select change anything here. It only really works for the factories, but changing this to doing oxygen stuff might be easy. But I also just have like a template for that too. So honestly, it might be easier just to decommission this when I'm done and switch back over to our oxygen one and load that. As far as everything else, all these other P1 planets are pretty much identical with the exception of precious metals. Precious metals is one of our bottlenecks, which is why it has quite a bit of factories here. But as you can see, it doesn't actually need all these factories. So we might actually let this one run its course and then kind of like, tear it back down a little bit and make it just easier and everything. But that's been kind of my main focus, mostly with Eve, is just kind of working through the PI changes. I really do like the PI changes that they've made. They made some changes to mining as well, but a lot of it is, with the arrays, adding the tier 3 arrays, bigger rocks, more for capital mining, which it doesn't really suit our needs. We're going to kind of like stick to what we're interested in, and which is the PI and the ice mining and stuff. I haven't gotten the BPO out here yet. I haven't really had the time to do that, but we'll try to get that BPO out here and get it researched. And it doesn't really matter too much right now because we are waiting on our ice processing 5 to get done or get close to getting done. And also we just need to like mine a bunch of ice to stockpile in order to prepare for that, which we have plenty of time. I mean, even after we get the BPO out here, we'll have plenty of time while it's kind of getting complete on research and stuff. One of my major focus right now, and one of the things that gets me excited for Eve, is just working the PI, and then supplementing that with mining, and then being able to put out product that way. I'm probably going to be picking up another couple of BPOs as well, just to kind of get some other stuff done. Nanite repair paste is one other thing that I make a lot of. That is something that has really good ISK per M3 value, and the inputs on that BPO are strictly all PI. It is very difficult to do that with one character, but I'm willing to see like how much easier it is with the new templates, multi-select, and all of that, because being able to hot swap planets very, very fast and efficiently might actually make it possible. Before, it wasn't really possible. You had to double or triple dip on planets to do nanite repair paste, but I'm willing to experiment and stuff. But we'll see how that goes. We're going to try to get the fuel block thing kind of running before anything else, really. But that's pretty much the goal. I wanted to give you guys kind of an update today, and that's kind of what we're doing. I'll be just continually adjusting this stuff and kind of like, getting it optimized. But if you're interested in these templates, go to the Patreon page. They're available there, and I'll keep those things updated as I kind of make improvements and stuff like that. But other than that, we will be probably covering a lot of like PI production and stuff here in the future. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.